Hi everyone, it's Wes here. So I've been able to apply for two visas, and both of them have been successful. Now visas to the UK. So the first visa that I applied for was for the student one when I came to study my masters. So that was a student visa, and then I applied for the skilled worker visa, which was tier two, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so both of these visas or visa applications were successful. So I was like, you know what, I might as well share how I was able to apply for these visas or what you need for you to apply for these visas. Yeah. So I'll start with the student one. In the next video, I'll do the skilled worker visa requirements. Yeah. So the first thing that you need for this for the student visa is an unconditional offer. So when you are given an offer, okay, why I'm saying this is because sometimes people think they're going to apply for a visa and then they'll come and study here in the UK. No, you need to have an offer first, and then you can be able to apply for the visa, because you can't apply for the visa without the offer. Yeah. So the thing is, when you apply for admission in a university, they give you the offer. Mostly what they give you is a conditional offer, because there are some conditions that you have to fulfill for it to be unconditional. So some of the conditions, I would say, there's paying a deposit fee, or to prove that you can be able to speak English. That's another condition. Those are the two conditions that I can think of at the moment. So yeah, you are given the conditional offer, and you have to work towards getting it to the unconditional one. So once you pay the deposit fee, or once you prove your English language proficiency, then you're given the unconditional offer. So once you're given the unconditional offer, you are given what they call the CAS number. That's confirmation for acceptance for studies, or confirmation for acceptance to studies. Yes, the CAS number, because you need this CAS number for you to apply for the visa. Because without the CAS number, you can't apply for the visa. Because when you're applying for the visa, there's a place that you have to put in the CAS reference number. So if you don't have it, you won't do anything. So the idea is, make sure you have an unconditional offer and you have the CAS number. Once you have these two things, yeah, you can be able to start the visa application itself. Now, I'll talk more of now the other requirements that you also need. So the other requirements are to do with the money itself. What I'll do is I'll use myself as an example. I'll just round off the figures. They won't be exact, but you get the idea. So the course that I applied for was 15,000 fees in terms of the tuition fee. So I paid the 3,000 to make it unconditional now. So they were like, okay, now after I paid the deposit fee, they now made it unconditional. And now they sent me the CAS number for me to be able to apply for the visa. Then I applied for a scholarship, and I was given a 50% scholarship. So let's say from 15,000, we take out 3,000. I have 12,000 to go. Then after that, for the scholarship, I take out 50%, which is 6,000. So I have like another 6,000 for me to pay. Cool. Now, the thing is, when you're applying for a visa, you have to show that you'll be able to pay this remaining amount. So for me, it was 6,000. I had to show them to say, oh, you know what, I have this money, I'll be able to pay it. So the other money that you have to show is the one that you use to prove that you'll be able to survive here, or kind of like to support yourself or sustain yourself in a way. So they have like calculations. If I remember well, I was checking on the website. I think I'll post it here. It's around 1,300 for courses that are in London, or universities that are in London, and 1,020. I will just post it here for courses that are outside London, because I mean they have different rates, I would say. So you have to show that you have this money, and you have to multiply it by 9. So you have to do 1,300 if you're in London times 9, and then plus the balance of the fees. You have to add this. So in my case, let me put it this way: I had the 4,500 for my fees for my tuition. Then I had 9,000 for when I do 1,000 times 9 months, it was around £9,000. Like, this is the money that I used to survive. So if you add, this is around 13,000. So what needs to be done is to show the visa people or the home office that I have £13,000 in my account. I'll be able to survive. So you have to show this money in your bank account. So for me, all I had to do is to show that I have £13,000 in my account. Guys, I didn't have that money, but Shout them. But anyway, so what I had to do is to show them that I have 13,000 in my account. You have to produce a bank statement that shows that the money has been in your account for the last 28 days upon the day of the visa application, if I'm not mistaken, kind of. But it has to be there like for 30 days, let me just say. But it's 28 days, not 30 days. It's 28 days. So the money has been in your account for the last 28 days. So you have to show that as you're applying for the visa. So make sure you have this sorted out, because I think this is where most people, they don't have money that they will show that they'll be able to support themselves. So that's where maybe it becomes a challenge. So just make sure that you do these calculations and you have the correct figure and you have this money in your account. So that you can be able to show it when you're doing your visa. If you remember, I did a video to say you should apply for a master's, or the best time for you to apply for university in the UK is at least as early as you can, because you have this is as early as you can, because you have these things that you have to sort out. So make sure you work around these things just to make sure that you have this money. Yeah, cool. Now the next thing that I'll talk about is the documents that you need. So let me just say this: I'm doing this video based off my experience. I'm not a visa consultant. I'm not an immigration officer. I'm just doing this based on my experience. If you want all the information to do with the UK visa, student visa, and everything, you can check them on the website. I'll put the website in the description box. But this is just based off my experience for you to understand. You know, sometimes, as much as yes, you can go and read on the website, but at least getting to hear it from someone's experience somehow makes everything make sense. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this video. But that was just my disclaimer to say I am not a visa or immigration consultant or officer. Yeah, sorted out on that. Cool. So the other documents that you also have to show, you have to have a passport. I mean, makes sense. That's no brainer in a way. You need to have a passport. So you need to have the CAS letter or the CAS number, as I said earlier on. You need to have English. What should I say? Certificate or proof that you're able to speak English. For me, I used a letter from the university, Mobus or the Polytechnic back then. I got a letter from the communications department. I used that to apply for my visa, and it worked out. So I mean, some people do the IELTS tests. I didn't do them, but other people do them, and yeah, it's just different things for different people, as I said. And I did a video on why I did not do those exams. Yeah, and why maybe you won't even have to do them. But anyway, so you get it. So you also need a bank statement, as I said earlier on. That's one of the documents that you need, just to prove that you have the tuition fee, as well as you have the money that you use to support yourself while you're in the UK. And another document that you need, which is very important, is the TB test certificate. So yeah, for people in Malawi, the TB test, they're doing it at Golden Peacock in Lilongwe. International Organization for Migration, IOM. The office is at Golden Peacock, not the big Golden Peacock. Behind the big Golden Peacock, there's their offices for IOM. So you can go check them out there. So pretty much these are the basic documents that you need for you to be able to apply for a student visa. As I said, I'll put the link for the UK government that shows the all requirements, part of what I've just explained in a way. So yeah, if you have another question to do with the student visa, you can just write in the comment section below, or you can find me on my platforms, on my socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. I'm not more of like Instagram now, but all these you can just DM me. I'll be able to answer some of the questions. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.